And so Mark will get increased awareness.
Yeah.
Now, I was
So this is
That could it still happen?
Yeah.
That's the rough experience of this, is that
Yeah.
how do we limit that this?
Okay.
So
You have to tell me to open the floodgates because
that's why we're going to limit it. Your guest list is going to be the intimate.
Hennessy worked with me at the organization. He was poor back. I hired him. He got pissed off because he wasn't a bartender.
Reading through that,
Yeah, but he's the one who owns all 17 Hennessy's. And I'm going to call him and see if he can make it. He's a busy guy.
oh, great.
And then there's one or two other Victoria Station people who are down there, and one of a couple of. So it's going to be kind of a fun thing. Just trying to think of some of the other ones.
Let's do another take of this. Tom,
What's that?
there we go. This is Michael Sean Wright, and what you're watching is the very birth, the very beginning of what we're calling the analog archives. It's the Dana period slogan. Whales sing the loudest. Why? Whales and Dana are one. We have less cell phone towers that are interfering with their communications, limited the amount of traffic that's in our harbor, and right outside our harbor, it's a protected zone. We've stopped putting plastic right into our harbors, so that's a healthier harbor. And that's why people from all over the world come to the Festival of Whales. We thought it was an appropriate time to rediscover a lost Johnny Cash record with his friend, co-producer, Tom Blake, who's been an icon here in Dana Point for 20 years with Tudor and Spunkies. And on his wall is a book about Victoria, which was the hottest spot in San Francisco. Were just record that for a while, until Tom Blake remember his stories and connections to Johnny here at Log Archives. Tom, what's this night going to be like?
Very unique, very exciting, an honor to Johnny and June to an extent as well, and fun to live those memories that I'm blessed to share with him for 2.5 years actively when I was traveling with him, and then later when I got to see him when they come through have a concert here in Orange County.
Yeah. So what's saying is that you've been next door to this record store, and the gentleman who's loves the idea of really going high end and back to the analog era, so that instead of squishing it down to the digital, we open up that wavelength. And what's more open than the actual person who was there pressing the talk back button to Johnny, and Johnny saying what to you? You were easy on him, right?
That's pretty easy on him, but not entirely.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine being in the House of Cash recording studio in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and my job was to approve approximately 16 songs for this record called Destination Victoria Station, which was a album of his train songs.
Yep.
And he wrote the song Destination Victoria. To approve the songs, that Johnny would say, here, what do you think of this one? I did have to tell him no.
What were some of the songs you said no to?
There were just two.
Okay.
First one was Arlo Guthrie's City of New Orleans.
Why?
Because Guthrie had done such an incredible job on that.
Yeah.
I felt that Johnny was so unique, I didn't want him to be second best to somebody else.
Well, and it's not fair to Arlo Guthrie, as Trent Reznor with the song Hurt. Once Johnny did Hurt, It was no longer Trent Reznor's. It would have been different. When Johnny sang it, it became his.
And the other one was Joan Baez's "The Night They Drove Old Dixie
Yeah.
Down." That was a train song.
Yeah.
And
The band did an amazing version of it.
they did,
Carnival music.
but I just felt the same way about that as I did about the Arlo Guthrie thing, that Joan frankly did a better job.
Johnny had his thing.
Yes, he did.
And and I come back again to my favorite, because of what it means significantly to me, Mark Romanik's video for Hurt, with June and Johnny knowing that moment of life.
Mhm.
He approached every single song with everything he had, whether that was a punk rock Christian group called One Bad Pig, to doing covers that no longer he remembered who did them in the first place. It was only Johnny. But Johnny did a certain beat and a style, a certain song to come to him and feel right.
Yeah. If it wasn't right for him, he wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it. But he was so unique with, like Orange Blossom Special and Folsom Prison Blues and San Quentin, and because nobody else did those,
Right.
at least anywhere near as well as he did.
So you're looking forward to, so it's going to be actually a week from here in a point and what we're calling the blog archives. It's the
Right.
Dana Point very first live experience. Who the button and say yes or no. And that's coming up. You'll see a live broadcast, all in HD, uncompressed, because this is about the analog.
Should I go okay?
Great. It's February 18th. I'll be the date.